All right, after a
Something
brief
next.
technical
Otherwise, I think we-
delay,
Yeah.
it is 6:10 PM on July 22nd, 2025. We're gonna open the administrative board meeting.
For us to,
Roll call, please.
yeah. Well, it's
Trustees
Yeah.
Ken Christensen,
Here.
William Lufker,
Here.
Nathan Moss,
Here.
Chris Sample.
Here.
Sean Halbert,
Here.
Patrick Darwin is absent, President Rick Worm.
Here.
Treasurer Brenda Unbany. Here. Clerk Lisa Lewis is absent. Eric Floyd, Deputy Clerk, Public Works Supervisor Brett Birdie.
Here.
Parks Lead Jody Cook,
There.
Attorney Mark Heinley.
Yes.
And Engineer Matt Hanson.
Here.
All right, tonight on the consent agenda, we have 3 items. First item is the June 24th, 2025 Administrative Board Meeting Minutes. Item 2, bills payable warrant list dated July 22nd, 2025 for a total of $188,634.37. And item 3, outside meeting pay for elected officials, total of $200. This time, do any of the board members wish to remove any of those 3 items for further discussion? Not, will entertain the first motion.
I would replace agenda items 1, 2, and 3 inclusively as consent agenda items, whether and will that all items be considered together as a consent agenda.
Jen makes a motion to place items 1 through 3 inclusively as a consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Jen,
Yes.
William,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Patrick is absent, Chris.
Yes.
Motion passes at 6:11.
I move to adopt items 1, 2, and 3 inclusively on the consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the on-unit vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Again.
Jen makes a motion to adopt items 1 through 3 inclusively as a consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
William, Nathan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Patrick is absent.
Pass at 6:12. Under me, change order for Gateway subdivision. We need a motion in a second. We'll get into the discussion.
Make a motion, the approval of resolution 25-33, authorizing change order to Gateway subdivision infrastructure improvement.
Second.
Don makes a motion to approve resolution number 25-33. Chris seconds. We go in discussion.
Does everybody have the change order in the packet?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, I'll have to give you a quick overview and stuff here. The changes that we got for, that are part of the change order is when we went out for bids, we couldn't submit the construction drawings over to IDOT for their approval until we completed the TIA, the traffic impact analysis, and the IDS. Once those were approved, then we could finish up the plans and get it submitted. So the plans actually went to IDOT at the same time we advertised the bids, so we could try to get the project completed this year. So when we got the comments back, we'd already opened bids. So Dale had worked through for March and April, making back and forth revisions with IDOT, and most of the items that are on the change order are kind of related to the right-of-way issue, and stuff that we had, and they're wanting additional right-of-way and doing the drainage. So on the change order, Dale kind of detailed it. One of the bigger items on there is the base course asphalt on the entrance to the 2 streets that come into the subdivision. Since the right-of-way moved further to the south, state right-of-way moved further to the south. On the state right-of-way, we had to put in 8.5 inches of binder, where the street within the subdivision's got 4.5 inches of binder. So that's the additional binder on both streets. I think we had 60 feet on one and close to 70 feet on the other that we had to actually do more binder on the entrance and stuff there.
Why do they get an increase in an easement size?
What's that?
Why do they get an increase in their easement?
We had to do that. That's with the Tices and stuff. When we got in there, they wanted the drainage change, which required additional right of way, and stuff there coming in. So it actually moved the right of way back further to the south at both driveway entrances, and then it flares back into what we originally had for the right of way. Where it flares back in on the west entrance, going east, you know, and stuff, it wasn't a problem. Village owned all that. Where we had to flare it out going west, that's where we had to pick up the Tice property. The other entrance where we had to do the flares, that was all village ownership, you know, and stuff there, so it didn't really impact anything.
This is all because IDOT forced us to.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's an IDOT mandate,
Yeah.
not nothing else.
Yeah, we just had to revise.
Our easement to the west, it didn't move south, so like, but my point is, IDOT's
The
easement
right-
is 66 feet.
Right, yeah, but the right of way-
Increase that.
It did increase at the entrances, so that right of way is more than 66 feet at both of those entrances, and then it flares back to that 66 foot right of way. Kind of in between the two entrances.
Part after, I think it was after you left, part of what caused the IDOT delays and the IDOT extra cost in engineering was they made us have everything engineered for what it will be someday. When it has to have the turn lanes and everything else in place, and once that's in place, that's when the right of way will move. That's where the right of way moved to, because it's gonna be further in. So that's why it's going in and then does the flare. Because eventually it's gonna go out to the flare,
Yeah, because we did
Theoretically.
we did two.
Theoretically.
theoretically.
We did two traffic impact
Oh, no.
analysis, basically
I got
kind of like
thoughts.
Junction Way. Junction Way, they got by without having to do the turn lane immediately, but as you add, basically each time they sell lots out there and a new development goes in, you gotta do a traffic study, to determine whether turn lanes are gonna be warranted and stuff there. Same thing
Yeah.
here, when you looked at the traffic impact for all the lots developed, it warranted turn lanes, you know, and stuff. We didn't want to put them in now, so we just did the traffic analysis just for the lot one, which we're building. And when we did that, it didn't require the turn lane. So what's gonna happen is, as you sell lots off within the subdivision and we add different types of businesses in there, if the businesses are, you know, maybe lower traffic generators, you can probably sell some lots and not have to put turn lanes in.
Right.
If you get something in there like, I don't know, grocery store, something that might have a lot more traffic to it, you know, and stuff, it could speed up the process of having to put in turn lanes down the line.
Or when IDOT comes in to do the road, they could just put it in 7.
Yeah, if they do improve it themselves, maybe they just.
Yeah, right.
You just.
And it might take that long for us to fill it out, so, yeah, I'm just saying. You know,
So,
Yeah, that's part of what they did. That's why we got our extra costs and delays and stuff,
So
because of that engineering.
yeah. So it just, you know, part of it was that entrance, you know, the right of way moved back, so we had additional binder course that went in there. They made us change and I forgot to ask Dale what the reasoning was, but they changed, there's concrete in sections. And the concrete in sections, they wanted to go out, not at a 1-to-4 slope, but a 1-to-6 slope, so the in sections got longer. Obviously grading around there. That was a $6,200 increase and stuff there in the cost, because we had 4 of them, because we got 2 in sections at each entrance and stuff there. They also wanted delineators at the end of those in sections, not a huge cost, $1,200 there. They even, geez, $300, we had to increase the stop sign size for them. And then the last one, which I'm not sure why they didn't pick that up when we got our utility permit for it, you know, and stuff, but they must have added it when we got the access, but there's a traffic control item on there for a $7,500 increase. They're having us put a concrete barrier wall in at the 2 receiving pits for our boring for our water main. So we're boring steel casing pipe underneath 72 at both roadway entrances and stuff. And because of the excavation and proximity to the road, they wanted us to put in barrier wall and stuff for it. So
That they're eventually just
so
gonna
you
cover.
don't collect
yeah,
their
and
drips.
usually when we're boring from the south side going north, usually they bore those things across to the other side, and then you just put in a barrier wall for like a day or two. So they're just gonna dig down, expose the end of it. You're gonna make the connection with the water main on the other side, and you're gonna be done. So So, no, they pretty much kind of.
That way
made a lot of
everywhere.
people.
Yeah.
Is it clear as mud now?
So. Most of, all these things have. They would have been in, if we would have waited to bid, we would have just incorporated all these items into the construction drawings. Problem is, we probably wouldn't have been bidding the project till
Yeah.
May instead of bidding it in January and awarding it in
Do we have
February.
any other known expected changes?
No, but I was talking to Chris beforehand and stuff. Contractor is anxious to get started. They can't, they've done as much out there, they can with the temporary access that we have, cause see, IDOT's not even issuing the permit for the two entrances to where we can actually build those entrances and stuff until the right of way has been signed, recorded, sent to them, and then they approve it, and then they'll issue the permit. So
Where we at with that?
They were
we're
on vacation until today.
to all the day, so hopefully they're gonna be back, we can get that signed yet this week, get it recorded, and then over to IDOT.
Everything's done on our end, we're just waiting for signature.
And if it does get signed and back to the village and recorded and stuff, we will pick it up and we will take it hand delivered to IDOT. Want to get that in their hands. But the only other item was, and contractor wants to get started, and I think we just pretty much tell them, if they want to get started, they can do it at their own cost and stuff. They want to build a temporary access that's good enough for them to use. The temporary access that they have, they can't really use it for bringing in the concrete trucks and everything else. They need to do the other work, so they need to bring stone in, to the site, and stuff, and that was. What was that, Chris, 23,000? And we
After they reuse some of the stone, I don't.
can't even reuse all the stone. I don't know why they can't reuse it on the mainline road. It'd be one thing if we could reuse it all.
If they wanna
But-
put the bill for that, they're more than welcome, but otherwise, no thanks.
I told Chris, and stuff, we've got an extension on the grant till June 30th of next year. And I've been working on different rebuild grants and doesn't get done. I've got one that because of delays and stuff, that part of it was contractor and everything else. We've got 3 extensions.
Yeah, if you have them, I'm sure if you have the majority done, they're not gonna have an issue with it. If you're making the progress, so I don't see it as a problem.
For an extension.
Yeah, so I think probably their biggest thing is, as long as they can, the biggest thing right now is probably for them is getting their access at the 2 streets so they can bring concrete trucks, get the foundation and everything poured for the building, and then start working on the curb and gutter and stuff. Cause if they can get all their concrete work, and stuff done while the weather's still good, then rest they can.
They brought in, looked like cousins of trouble with gravels today. So there's more, there's, I think,
Yeah, giant piles.
I guess they figured it out, huh?
2 piles of gravel.
What's that?
They must have figured something out if they're bringing it.
They are
up.
working?
Oh,
Yes, they got one.
oh, yes, they're dropping pipe.
Like you said.
Oh, okay.
Let's not discuss this anymore.
Yeah.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
Well, it's no secret.
Not gonna-
I'm just saying, it's irrelevant to us, right? We're
Yeah.
not in charge of it.
Really, it's really just the modifications. This change order is just the modifications that IDOT's requiring us to
Yeah.
do to.
Again,
Imagine that. The government. Wait,
And a lot of it is tied to the right of way changes
Say
that we're
IDOT.
making and getting the right of way from the TICE.
good thing I don't work for the government.
any further discussion?
No.
Just for the record, somebody state the total amount.
$26,562.40. On the approximately $2 million project, so it's a little bit under 1% or about around 1% of the overall cost.
And we did build in, I sent that to, that went to both Chris and Rick, but, when we gave you on the contract too, we did kind of a summary of the budget and stuff. We had budgeted, 88,000 approximately for contingencies for the projects.
For this portion of the project.
Yep,
And we're using
How much in contingency?
88.
over a quarter. of
That's
that.
not for the total project, that's for
No,
this
no, just for
portion.
this part.
Yeah.
Anything further? Look confused. Roll call, please.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yeah.
William. Nathan,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Patrick Johnson.
Passes at 6:25.
That was painful.
That's all. Oh, no, I have one more thing. Friday, I will be meeting with the new school superintendent here at 7 a.m. William was going to join me, but other obligations are keeping him away. That will be another outside meeting that I will not take pay for.
Thank you, Rick.
Usually don't. Deputy clerk? It's your turn. All right. Brenda,
Like, we got something, like, the clerk. This is just renewing the contract that we have with Oakland County Recorder for a related, regular agreement. She's in the office. As a clerk. This will have to do training. On it, so, but it expires in this.
you know, motion a second for discussion.
Make the motion.
I'll make
Go ahead.
a motion for approval of resolution 2534, approving and authorizing execution of the radio agreement with the Oakland County Recorder.
Second.
That's.
Jen makes a motion to approve resolution number 25-34. John seconds. Now we go to discussion. What was it, Chris?
I was just gonna say it's $75 a month if I read it right, right?
Yeah, $400 for the year. That's so that or under 400.
No.
I thought it was $75 a
It's
month.
$75 a month.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Wrong math there.
Yeah.
Wrong math.
Sorry.
And-
That's
and-
bad.
Prorated approach, based on how much it's used.
Yeah, the more you use, the more you.
And can be canceled at any time with a 10-day notice.
This is just their renewal.
Yes.
Yep.
So we got access once, right?
Now, real estate.
Real estate
It's real estate records.
records, yes, forms, sharp ones, yes.
Now,
The records, the
Yes.
difference, all right.
they typically use for, if they use it for utility billing, or if they can buy a house, then we put it correct, like who owns the house, it's for utility.
So that's how we know who owns the house with the utility building.
Well,
Amongst other things.
and there are other things where it's changing that.
Excellent.
Don't ask me.
I wasn't going to.
There you go. They will know soon.
Could be multiple uses.
Any further discussion on this? Money, roll call.
Ron,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
William,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick Johnson.
That's 6:27. Anything further, Brenda? Brett?
Just a couple of quick things. I'm assuming some of you noticed that we did get, Edson Road seal coated. I made a couple friends that day. Not really. Timing with the bridge or the railroad tracks, it
Oh, yeah.
didn't go well up there. But anyway, so that's done. Hopefully that holds up for a couple of seasons. Talking with Chris and Rick, also, we looked at it. We are dealing with some flushing issues on Junction here, the section through basically from Lincoln up to Utility Road. I'm gonna try to do some sand work on that to see, but try to get it through to next season to where we can seal coat South Junction and the rest, our section of North Junction here that's not paved. Cross your fingers, but this heat is absolutely killing us and our seal coat roads.
Look, it's better this week.
Tomorrow and Thursday aren't gonna help.
It's
you.
brutal this week.
Yes, so it is not going well. But we'll see. We'll do our best. And then real quick, I don't know, we're still looking into it. We potentially have an issue with well one. We don't know yet. Calm down, Chris. We do have a upper seal that is gone on the motor. So we will at some point have to take that off, send that into rebuild, have it rebuilt. But we have noticed a vibration in the floor. We are trying to get a quote from municipal, I believe it's Municipal Well, to come out and do a vibration analysis to see what is going on. We don't know yet, so I would say don't get excited, but I already am. I'll let y'all know when we get a little further, if we get this quote. Hopefully it's below my spending limit, we can get it going ASAP. Cross your fingers, it's nothing, but I'll update you as I learn more, so. That's really Really about it.
We did have, today, I don't know when it had to been today, that IDOT has closed the northbound bridge over the Kishwaukee River to anything over 20 tons. They are now directing that traffic down 72 to 251 and then north. So they did not give District 2 put that out today, that there is no update on how long the bridge is gonna take to fix. But they said during an inspection, they found something that they've moved the bridge down to 1 lane and limited it to 20 tons.
Yes, got no one lane, there's nothing being, no work on.
Yeah, right. So we don't know how long it's gonna last, but we're gonna see a lot of traffic.
That's government for you.
Thanks, IDOT again,
That's just northbound though, right?
just northbound.
All right.
Comes through here.
All right, Brody.
Just a couple of things, obviously, Stenstrom's, getting out there with their subs and stuff, chipped away at some stuff as they can with the project. Everything's been great so far. I do have one thing just with them, I had talked with, Brenda this afternoon or whatever. It's not an addition to the contract, but there is a tree that was not on the contract that we do need to remove. After looking at it further. Sean from Stenstrom, got me a price for it. It's $700, just to get rid of the tree. It's very unhealthy, leaning at about 45 degree angle. And I also have a concern that it's leaning right towards our new workout station. So knowing our luck, we'll get a bad storm coming through here and, it'll land right on our new stuff. So obviously not an expense we want to have, but I wanted to bring it up. It's project related. Not changing the contract or anything, but it'll just be a separate invoice from the Stellar sub.
That includes stump grinding?
They're actually gonna pull it out. They're gonna pull out the whole thing and then cover it back up with black dirt, of course. So just wanted everybody to be aware of that. We are gonna have to lose one more unhealthy tree. And the only other thing that I had is, obviously later on, you guys will see that, we have the trade-in and replacement and purchase of a new John Deere Gator. Just a normal trade-in or whatever. I don't know if any of you remember the golf cart that we have sitting out at wastewater. We've had it ever since I've been here, and I know long before that. We don't use it anymore, so. Well, yeah, that's, I would like to try to sell that, get some prices on it and stuff like that, and possibly come close to recouping the money that we're spending on our Gator, possibly tonight, by selling that golf cart. So fingers crossed, we may be able to walk out somewhat even.
Not a chance.
No.
Really? It's not worth $8,000?
Was a couple years ago. We had an offer for it.
Yeah,
I
so
don't think it should.
we'll see, but, as long as everybody's okay with it, I talked with Nathan already. We're gonna throw it on the agenda for surplus disposal next meeting. At least we have it, then I can start shopping people that might be interested in it.
So-
Money we raised from it is definitely a benefit.
Brody, what was the original need for that extended golf cart? And has that need,
We
and has that need went away?
It's been around forever.
used it for 1/4 of the fly out here, when we still parked and everything like that.
I remember
last-
we used it for the employees to get around to the park, and back here, shuffle them out to the park and back, and then we've also doubled up as football events and.
Junior tackle and stuff like that, when people had to park further away.
That need no longer there? That need no longer
That
there?
need is there, but the way that it was done before of, that I've heard from other people of village employees trekking around with junior tackle. Parent and players, is something that I don't think we'd be interested in anymore.
Nope.
So anyways, I talked with Bernie, it's sitting out there, we need the space more than anything, we're tight on storage as it is, so. Getting back something for money that we use, even if we use it on 4th of July, you'd use it one time a year and it will lay back in storage. So,
And I believe that has been sitting in the same spot for 2 years now. I think we used it the 4th of July before that, and it's been sitting for the last 2
2 or
years.
3 years, because we've only used it once since I've. So,
Yes.
so yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Hopefully we can get at least some money out of it and help whatever little bit we can.
You said where you go.
Any approved?
That's all.
Matt?
All right, project status report, Junction Way's done. We've got the next item there is the final pay request. Looks like we're about $20,200 or so underneath what Martin bid for the project based on final paid quantities. Nothing on the salt shed or the 72 sidewalks. Nothing on the village hall. Nothing on plat 10 ditches. The Gateway subdivision development. Kind of talked, I guess as soon as we get the TICE documents signed, as soon as we get those, if somebody can let me know, and then we'll get those right over to IDOT and stuff for approval. So that happens to get done and recorded this week, and stuff, we'll get that over to IDOT. Fisher's been working on the earth excavation, shaping the south, drainage swale, detention pond berms and moving trees. Lot 1, Dale said it had been, leveled and stoned, but, kind of holding up it as of right now with the IDOT permits. Hopefully more activity there once we get our access permit stuff from IDOT. And then, pay request 1 and discussed change order here and stuff was submitted to the village for approval, so. The OSLID grant, like Brody said, they got started on the project, starting to hit the ground running and stuff out there, so I'm sure as they get further into it, you're gonna see more activity and stuff out there from Stenstrom. Nothing on Rolling Meadows, the filter rehab. Gonna get working on the design here this next month. I did contact Tonka Water. I'm just waiting to get some locations where we can do site visits and stuff. So as soon as we get some locations, I'll get a hold of Brett and we'll get something scheduled and go and take a look at a couple of facilities and stuff there. Just kind of talk to the operators, see how the conversion and stuff went, so. And then the NPDS permit renewal, I know they've received it, just haven't seen any draft permit and stuff yet. If I don't hear anything by next month, I may just make a note to try to call down there to see where it's at in the pile, so. Nightcore permit.
IDOT to upgrade the Edson Road if they're adding new entrance.
What's that?
To the fire comment to upgrade Edson Road if putting in or updating a new entrance to the site.
The comment on it. Well, no.
Night court. Sorry, night court.
Yeah,
Oh,
night.
man, you can't be confused.
Oh.
Stop it.
Sorry.
It's easy
All
to.
utilities are saying it.
If they're putting new access into their plant, we'll make them upgrade the road.
Oh, I'll upgrade the Edson Road?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what he's asking.
yeah, could they pave the whole section?
At least up to their section.
I suppose we can ask.
They got the money.
They have their own people.
Doesn't hurt to.
Crappy as it is, you think they
Well,
want it.
it's or seek restitution for the damage that their trucks and equipment are gonna cause. On that very unstable, very short lifespan facility.
Then we also need to talk to the other group that
Yeah,
has trucks all
Yeah.
day, every day.
water reclamation, Rock River Water Reclamation.
Waste management.
Yes.
What are they hauling out there?
Pardon?
What is the reclamation district?
I thought there were,
No,
they
it's-
did stuff on the other side,
Waste
right?
management?
Yeah,
Did-
it's,
did-
yeah.
Did Rock River Water Reclamation do stuff on the other side too?
They did the
They
pipe
just ran.
leach.
Yeah, no, years and years ago.
Yeah.
We seal coated it after that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's beside the point. They still ran it down.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of
Charles
trucks. out
Williams
there.
right on the seeking out and talking to those. Is this problem not gonna go away?
Until we get answer on that. Yes. You
Find his name.
For damaging the road. I don't know what work they're doing, I just see it on the agenda.
It's just so they have access to it.
Theirs is their access into their property and stuff there, so they're doing some drainage work, some ditch work where their entrance is, and then, they got the driveway back to their
I'll call their
facility.
community relations guy and find out. Can't remember his name.
There are a ton of trucks going down that road. That's why it's like crap.
All right.
There's waste
Night club,
management,
bunch of
or what?
Activity in
I
that
don't-
facility and out of that facility, or
Sorry,
does Nycor have a bunch of,
I don't see much.
no, you don't see much.
I mean, I'm saying to do, but when we've been up there, Ag Lime in the last 3 weeks before they sealed it,
So
I didn't see one go in and out there. The other location, yes, all the time,
Okay.
all the time.
There are a lot of trucks on the road, right? Who's on it?
all right.
And the solar, nothing on that.
Anything further, Matt?
Nope, that's it. Oh, I guess, if there's any questions on the, pay request. This is the final pay request for it, so the 3 documents, there's our pay request that we actually use, and then we have to use an IDOT, pay estimate form, and then they have a request for approval of changes of plans, so most of the items were quantity deductions and stuff there, so I think the total deductions on the project was $20,265.91.
Everybody mark this down.
So,
Project came in under budget.
I'm kind of-
I mean, too. 20.
so the 2 IDOT engineers pay estimate and the request for approval of change of plans, those 2 documents will go over to IDOT for final approval.
Done?
Yep.
Jen?
I got nothing.
William?
Yeah,
I'm aware of.
And
We're working on it.
yes.
for the record, we did hold our public hearing for our budget appropriation for the year 2020.
6.
Yeah, that's not that.
You're a year behind. Wow. Should be 2026.
So, we held our public hearing in accordance. Make a motion to approve ordinance number 25-17, the appropriations ordinance.
Second.
William makes a motion to approve ordinance number 25-17. Jen seconds. Discussion. Not hearing any roll call, please.
John,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Jen, Bill, William.
Yeah.
Nathan, Patrick, yes.
Passes 6:43.
Other than note, due to the very tight budget, I did reach out to the villages, firm who've been investing our savings fund or whatever you want to call it. Third Widow will be out next month, one of the board meetings to present to the board just an update where our funds are and what the market's been doing and where it's going.
So the auditor's gonna come on the next one, so we're gonna try.
Which board meeting is that?
The next one, Chris.
I know. When's the next one?
You only have 2.
When's the next one?
On 12.
Thank you. I won't be here. I just
I
want
won't
to
be
be
here.
here. Same.
I mean, you'll see it in the packet.
Right. What comment?
Good.
I can go on from all.
All right. Nathan?
Making motion for approval of resolution 25-55, approving and authorizing the purchase of a 2025 John Deere Gator. Doesn't have a total on there. I will give you.
$8,228.90.
You know, dealing with, you said for the purchase of these gators and to sell at the old. From John Deere tractor, loan in.
Second.
Nathan makes a motion to approve resolution.
Sorry, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, that's
Cal's implement.
Cal insurance,
loan is more
and
expensive.
then not that Billy states.
All right, Nathan makes a motion to approve resolution number 25-35, Jen seconds. Any discussion, please state the number again clearly for the record.
$8,228.98. Sorry.
Thank you. Any discussion on that?
Yes.
Brody did a good job explaining it before. Roll call.
Nathan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
William,
Yes.
Patrick is absent.
Passes at 6:45.
The park has a lot of projects going on. It is not technically closed, but we do recommend that you use another park if possible. It's gonna be crazy over there and if possible, it'd be great if you guys could, if the village would choose to use a different park for a little while, it would be amazing. Again, it is open for the parts that aren't roped off and have access to, but the parts that are roped off, obviously, please stay on. And respect the workers that are out there. That's all that we can ask.
All right, Chris.
Don't laugh and fun.
Yeah, we stopped having that.
Laugh and-
Yes. we stopped throwing
He's waiting for
laugh.
Fergie.
Patience.
Press up.
Yeah, is there anything you wanted to share with us?
Somebody.
Because otherwise we don't have anything.
All right, we'll move on then.
Wait,
Wastewater.
I'm talking about for.
Anything for wastewater? No vibrations there?
No, we're vibration free there. So
Perfect.
yes.
Yeah, see,
Like that.
now you,
John?
Brett, do you have anything to add for?
No, I'll update John, with what we find out at the well, so.
Rick, I'll get updated and let you know.
All right, economic development, it's bleeding us dry. Anyone? Anything on the 3 unfinished business?
The Junction Road tile agreement's in play. Hope to, Mark, we'll have that for our next meeting to vote on and be finished with that. If not, the meeting after that, so it's coming, so.
I do have one more thing before we go to public. This whole medical thing over the past 32 days I've been going through, so if anybody's tried to contact me and hasn't been able to, or I haven't been available as much as I wanted to be, the last 3 days I've felt phenomenal, so I'm trying to go for Fergie's record on this one.
Don't do that.
I don't want to, but it's trying. So just, I'm feeling far better and I should be able to bounce back from here. Public,
Go first, actually. I wish you the best of health.
thank you.
That's good to hear. What year was the old Gator? Can I ask now?
2015.
2015, the new one for 2025 or 26? What model number is the old one?
TX.
4x2.
I think I know how we can get out the notification for selling the golf cart.
New Gator, model.
I would have. Yeah, it should be the same.
TX 4x2.
Yeah.
Not strictly for the.
They look 4x2, but.
Yeah, I say it's a 2-wheel drive one. Okay.
We're on a budget.
We don't go mudding in the thing.
Yeah, it's not awesome.
And, you guys want the golf cart thing out there, you first gotta go through because of the
Yeah.
surplus, so it's gonna wait.
Yes, yeah.
We get a picture of it, he's good lighting, not dirty, and I'd be happy to.
See?
I'll spread it.
There's extra.
Seats a lot of people.
See what pizza does for us?
I make sure the tires roll up circle.
And, when do we start the lap throwing contest in the box? Distance or just number?
Right now, there's what, about half a dozen of them in there?
Yeah, I think it should.
It's already begun.
60 seconds.
Yes, scoundrels, that's all.
And we're stuck.
Thanks, one, thank you, John, for actually following up on your item. I said it took 7 months, but I hope that this means that moving forward, that thing that you're tasked with will move quicker. I'm going to discuss this, and I was kind of hoping not to. As all of you know, Freedom of Information Act requests are required to be responded to within 5 business days, with up to a 5 business day extension granted to them when they're not for commercial purposes. I filed a FOIA request on May 28th, and I still have not received any answer to it. I mentioned it 2 weeks ago to Lisa and Dan Bolden so that they were aware. I really do not want to file a cat complaint. However, the documentation I'm seeking comes from President Worm, and so I want to make sure that you are aware of this and you are not the holdup, because it would be really sad to have to file a cat complaint for the lack of.
And which one of your FOIA requests was this one? I'm not,
Follow up with Dan.
I will follow up with them and find out.
So you're both aware.
Is anything they've asked me for, I have given them.
Know what I'm doing, and I'm willing to give you grace in responding to a FOIA. Who's next that isn't going to give you grace? This is your responsibility, Rick. Follow up appropriately.
Absolutely will.
That's all.
Anything I've been asked for, I've given.
May 28th, a long time.
If it didn't come to me, I don't know. Anything further from the public? Anything further from board members, employees, staff?
Motion to adjourn.
John makes a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Chris seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Then no.
So basically, well, going across the tracks.
Yeah.
Right after the tracks, you have the entrance to WM's yard.
Yeah, I know.
That's where the majority.